Hey there guys, it's Rick UT here with AirgunWeb, your home for old school airgun reviews and where we tell you the facts, not fluff. I want to thank Avenger for sending this out and also PyramydAir for sponsoring AirgunWeb and these videos. Today we're going to be taking a look at how to swap the barrel, change calibers on the Avenge-X. Let's get into it. So before we get started, I want to say thank you to our patrons that have already signed up and also the officers over at the Officers Club. If you guys want to learn more about what that brings to the table, the links will be in the video description. We do really appreciate your help. Again, like I said in the beginning, today's video is brought to you by PyramydAir. Avenger also sent this out for us to work with. At the time, they sent us the 22 caliber barrel conversion. We've been working with this in 177 and I've been having a really fun time with it and look forward to doing a lot more with 177, but now it's time to do the swap. So before we go to the range, obviously to test the 22, we got to put 22 barrel on. This process is super easy, guys. There is a pretty cool video that Avenger put out on how to do this, so as supplemental, you want to take a look at it, definitely check that out. All right, first thing we need to do is go ahead and pull a scope off. Let's see, pretty easy. And pull this off, and then we have just a couple Allen keys or Allen nut screws, whatever. These out. Come on. They really like to lock in sometimes. There we go. Put this back together. Okay, so we've got two here, and then we've got also to replace the pellet pusher. So before we do anything more, let's make sure our gun's on safe. You don't need to degas it. You can if you want, but you don't need to. Yeah, as long as it's on safe, you don't ever cock it, you should be fine. So we've got two screws here. They're 2.5. So we're going to take one all the way out. What they talk about in their video is they take one all the way out so they can see that ball detent clearly. You don't need to replace this one or take this one all the way out. The other thing that's really cool that they talk about, and I was wondering how they were going to do this, because the way this works, you got all of this stuff here, the air goes through, transfer port and out. If your transfer port in your barrel doesn't line up properly in here, you're not going to get the right velocity. They actually have a little key. We're going to show you that here in a second. All right, so we are going to just very slowly pull this out here. Okay, and I do have a little bit of silicone oil, which we'll use here in just a moment on our new barrel. All right, so this is, I have to say, I'm like super thrilled that Avenger took this approach, because could they have done just the barrel and had you made you rebuild all of this? Sure. Could they have charged a couple $100? Well, there's companies that charge a couple $100 just for the barrel. This is like, what, 70 or 80 bucks for the whole assembly as well as the pellet pusher? Guys, this is like super affordable. So like two major thumbs up to Avenger and PyramydAir for doing this in such a way where not only is it super easy, but my gosh, this is super affordable. You can get in on the ground level and then spend a couple $100 and now you've got 177, 22, and 25 all on the same platform. If you want to switch to a carbon fiber bottle, you can do that. You want to switch to a bullpup, you want to go wood stock, you want a tactical stock, all of that, you just start with the maybe what you can afford, and then you can just build on it. And to me, that is just awesome. And the fact that it is in, it is at this affordable price point. I mean, there are guns that are thousands of dollars. You can do that, but we're starting at what, $500? So pretty cool. Let me get some silicone oil. Okay, so we have a little silicone oil. We have the barrel assembly. So when you order your upgrade, you're going to get the entire barrel assembly, you're going to get a pellet pusher, and you're going to get a magazine. So let's see, what they sent me a bunch of extra stuff too, because that was nice of them. I'll put my 177 away. They actually sent me the high capacity 22, which I look forward to using that in our video. So look at that. There's a whole bunch of pellets in that boy. I'll show you guys up there on the GoPro. A whole bunch of pellets in that bad boy. And we'll play with that. But we also have a single shot tray. And that's a 177 extra mag. This is a 22 standard. We're going to start with that. Okay. Garbage. All right, so we need to replace the pellet pusher before we replace our barrel. Now, they say that all the parts, all the tools you need are right in here. So they send the Allen keys you need to do all this, so that's also very cool. So there's a little hole right in here, and it's a 1.5 mil, so you use 1.5 mil, and then you're just going to, hopefully, there it is, very easily get it started. Kind of, hopefully the GoPro's catching this where you can see it. There is a washer, a spring washer on the end of this that you're supposed to not lose. So let's make sure it stayed on it, maybe. Looks like it stayed right in it because it did not come out. And I don't, yeah, it's right there. I don't want to have that fall out. It's right there. So when you, maybe I should pull out and show you guys. Okay. You don't want that to kick out on you. Here it is. Okay. So there's a little washer. I'll put it up there. Hope you guys can see that. And this little spring washer is important because that's probably going to hold tension for your probe. So we got our pellet pusher here. And different sizes, obviously. Again, GoPro should be able to pick that up. We've got the 177 and the 22. So 22 is thicker, obviously. All right, so we're going to put this in. And I just drop this down. We're going to put that back in here. Like that. I put that in backwards. Hold on. Come on. All right. Oh, that's very cool. If you wonder which way it goes, if you get kind of lost, there's actually a mark on the washer, and it's concave like this. So that mark is what's going to go. That's what's your pellet pusher is going to go against that, so that it springs into the cocking bolt. All right, put that in. It's still in there. Yep. Okay, so we're going to get that down. And we're going to just get it started here. Yep, just finger tight until it's all the way in. And then we'll use our 1.5 mil to just snug it up. And it goes right snug against that washer until it stops. You don't need to wrench on this, guys. That's what the washer's for. It provides resistance so it's not going to back out on you. Okay, so open it up a little bit, and this is the cool thing. There's a little dot on here, and I'll show it up there. Maybe you guys can see it. There's a little dot there. And there's a little pin right here. So this little pin is going to line up with this little dot, and you have these you have these little detents, which are what is for the screws to go to, and there's your transfer port. So what you are trying to do is make sure that your transfer port lines up perfectly. If it's off, then you're not going to get all the air through the transfer port. You're not going to get the best velocity or performance. Okay, so we're going to just, you know what we'll do? Oh, this is sometimes stubborn. Hold on. Oh. Okay, I'm going to put a little lube on that O-ring. I'm going to put a little lube on these O-rings. And then before we push it all the way forward, we'll spin it around, make sure that everything's lubed up properly. Okay, so we're just going to go kind of reverse it, right? So keep an eye on these top little detents. We'll give it a little rotate all the way around so that O-ring is properly lubed. Okay, and then this goes in here. We'll just wiggle it a little bit. And then we find that notch, and there we are. That is so slick. I got it, man. Like 2 thumbs up, high fives, the high 10, I guess, high five. That is just really slick. There's so many things I'm finding about this gun that the engineers really spent some time with it. This was not just, oh, let's slap a new name on it and throw something out there and whatever. It's just, they did a really good job. Very, very smart. Having that little index point is really very, very cool. Okay. We are done. It's that simple, right? We'll go ahead and put our scope back on just for giggles. And then we'll be ready to go down to the range here in a couple weeks. I'll take a little time off. And we will go out and get some shooting done. There it is. Now, while I'm doing this, just for giggles, I am curious if I have enough clearance for the Mega Mag. Do we have enough? Yeah, we do. So these are super high mounts. It's actually not that big of a gap here, but super high mounts. But we do have enough clearance for our Mega Mag. All right, so I'm not going to put that in. I'm just going to decock it. Guys, that's it. I hope you guys have enjoyed that. Kind of a little tutorial on how to swap the barrel. Super easy stuff. This gun has just so much going on. I'm going to reach out to Avenger and PyramydAir and see if they're going to send me the bottle, some other stocks, because we can just keep this rolling, right? We can do this, and then we can switch to the wood stock, or switch to the tack stock, or switch to the bullpup, or switch to the bottle, and then we can kind of redo everything and see which of the setups really does the best. And I bet you what you're going to find out is that because everybody's so different, right? I like a traditional stock. A lot of other people may like a bullpup. The cool thing is, guess what, guys? You can make this whatever you want it to be. It's your air gun, your way. I want to say a huge thank you to PyramydAir for sponsoring AirgunWeb and these videos. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Remember, if you want to help support us directly, you can do so. Join our Patreon page, or check out the Officers Club over at airgunarmy.com. That's going to be it for now. My name is Rick Utzer here with AirgunWeb, your home for old school airgun reviews, where we tell you the facts, not fluff. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.